The world always changes, but one thing is still the same. Even the strongest pass through Oz Gate. So when you fight, fight with honor, because cowards die forgotten, and they wait for you. On the other side.
When will you pass through?
Abdomen?
Hello! Welcome
to
Wait, wrong show. Shadows of Archonia 2!
Welcome to Matt's show.
He's back.
Here somehow.
He's not back completely, but he's back.
I'm not gonna let him leave.
All right, I'm going to
CGI.
run through this real quick because I know Matt has got to go home and sleep. This is Shadows of Archonia 2, our weekly Worlds Without Number live stream campaign. I will be your game master, Steve Boshier. Who's this guy?
Eddie Bones, the werewolf healer / skin shifter / I can't wait to be a different character.
Yeah. Yuri playing Sally One Eye, the warrior. Maybe she'll kill you for that sword.
Hey, I didn't say yes to die.
Max playing Corinthian Briar. I will kill the both of you. Don't worry.
Matt playing Asarius and the wizard Foxy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who has fox kids? It's confirmed.
Unconfirmed.
Unconfirmed.
Possibly sterile.
Number of options. That'll be the character that somebody plays in the next Shadows.
Yeah.
Asarius died.
There has to be yes. Everybody plays
It's your turn.
Asarius' kid. I'm Sarah.
Yeah.
AI.
The true A.
I'm riffing.
She's a ripper.
You're a ripper.
I'm a ripper.
All right, so if you don't know this
Rip-rap.
channel, this is Shadows of Archonia. We're on Twitch and YouTube live every Friday night at 8:30 p.m. This is where we do our ongoing campaign. However, we're going to be off from this campaign for next week.
Boo.
No stream because I got a thing to do. Then the following month, October, we're going to be streaming something else. We'll be doing 100 Years Black, which is an Archonia prequel. Or if you're talking about campaign 1, it's kind of a sidequel campaign that we have going on there. And then for the second 2 weeks of October, we're actually going to be doing a Shadow Dark Halloween special. Then we'll be off November 1st because me and this one have our wedding anniversary. And this one. And then we're back later in November for the rest of this campaign. We also have a whole other show on Mondays called Tales from the Backlog, which I accidentally said at the beginning. That's where we play lots of different games with a rotating cast of players. Currently in the middle of basically ongoing game Basin right now. We don't have anything scheduled after it. And it keeps getting longer. So we're going to do that. Not this coming Monday, because it's Sarah's birthday, but then we'll be back.
Happy birthday!
All right.
Yes.
Yes, so join us in Discord if you want to talk to us. We play all kinds of games. We talk about all kinds of games
And
every
wish Sarah
day.
happy birthday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wish Sarah
their happy birthday on Monday, and every day we post a lot of videos from other people, other YouTubers, and we don't talk about them mostly, but then sometimes we do. And then,
There's a lot of conversation
there's
there.
a lot of conversation in there. We have a Patreon. If you like what we do, you can come join our Patreon. Every little bit helps. We can get better cameras, better sound. If we have a little bit of money. So, we want to have all of that. That's it, I think, for all that stuff. Oh, content warning. Shows for grown-ups. It gets dark sometimes. It gets sexual sometimes. It gets bad language all the time.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, every time. So if you don't like any of that stuff, bounce. And when last we left off, Renly and Asarius wasn't even here. He's trapped
No.
inside of a red omnium bindstone.
My least favorite color.
Your least favorite. How many episodes have been gone? Like 10?
Too long.
Too long.
Too long.
I mean, he's not even really here now.
It's blinded.
Also,
Yeah.
Beck the Third, Max's other character,
Yes.
also got sucked into not a red one, but a regular white omnium
I
bindstone.
was stuck into the stone that was stuck in my skin.
Yeah, that his tattoos turned into a stone and he got sucked into them.
Yeah.
Classic problem.
Long story.
Classic.
But Sally One Eye's 500 crew flying airship, the Wayfarer, found its way to the sky-high floating island of Quirk, filled with bird people who were experiencing their own zombie apocalypse, and
I'm sorry,
sent
that's
off
not a woohoo.
and sent off to the other peoples of Archonia for help. You guys were the humans that were summoned, and along with elves, dwarves, gnomes, and giants, saved the island of Quirk. It is mostly you guys and the elves, really. The dwarves and gnomes and giants weren't really around, but they did fight.
Distracted.
They did the
up above,
distraction.
up above,
They did
yeah.
the distraction part. Yeah, I
You were
should.
the strike
They were just
team.
off screen, but they were helping. Then, after that, two major things happened. You discovered that the giant machine inside the temple of the God Nakashi. Thank you.
Nikishi.
It's late. The giant machine inside the temple of Nakashi underground on Quirk was actually a starport.
Shit.
There it is.
Activated
Pirates!
when Teacher came in because she had been programmed to find the nearest major transportation hub, and here it was.
Go, teacher.
Thus fulfilling the prophecy from an episode earlier by Corinthian Briar, the blind seer, that described the island as the center of the spokes, the hub, if you will. And then the other major thing that happened was a giant meeting between the ship captains from all these different races.
Incredible scene, by the way.
Incredible scene. Information was shared. Eddie Bones rolled real well on
roll.
events, plus
Yes.
spent coins to make it a 15, and now everyone's on board with teaming up to stop Destiny by stealing back the red bindstone with Asarius in it. The plan, as described, was thus. The gnomes will help by finding the surface-to-air missile that that the Allied
It
Aquadorian.
wouldn't seem funny if you were here.
It wouldn't.
I'm catching up right now.
Yeah, that's shorthand, but basically it's a new type of rifled cannon that Aquador has been inventing. There's one and
Pretty
it
cool.
barely works. But
Pretty
the gnomes are going to go help mass produce the thing.
Yes.
So that's what they're going to do. The elves, being so agile and dexterous, are going to be the ones who actually steal the fucking bindstone. After the dragons are lulled to complacency and perhaps even sleep through a yet to be specified means involving reminding them of their past glories, because you've learned from both the giants and from Grieve the Archon that dragons are prone to falling into dreamlike states thinking about their past glories.
We need a bard.
They're really
You
into
had a bard.
they're into nostalgia.
Yes.
You can summon all of Eddie's bards.
Option B, we make a band.
So the giants are going to help by providing some dragon treasure that may help accomplish this feat. And then
Is there a difference between dragon treasure and regular treasure?
Yeah.
Yeah, dragon treasure is regular treasure that's been stolen by dragons.
Thereby.
Yeah, thereby becoming dragon treasure.
I know it was specific.
The giants, they can't do much other than that because if they show their faces, the dragons will immediately attack them. But the dwarves are going to be on deck in case that happens, as are the Ermin, because Mock is there. By the way, the name of the council officially is Mock Jr.
That's the name of the council.
That's what Mock named it. You guys called
That's right.
let's call it the Fellowship
Yeah.
Council. I don't know, man.
Mock final name.
Yeah, who's
authority?
the...
Yeah.
Mock's the only Erman representative here, so when he tells the Erman what it was called,
Oh, okay.
To the Ermin.
Sure. The Urban
Mock
Different
Jr.,
things
just like
to
his 7
different
kids.
people.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
This is where history diverged.
Anyway, after the council broke up, Eddie and Sally went back to the Wayfarer to rest and plan. Corinthian Briar went back to the temple because of a mysterious compulsion that he'd been feeling all day to find a way to be alone in the room with that machine.
So shady.
On the way down, Corinthian passed a roll and finally connected this destiny villain to the very spirit of, what's your,
The Creed of Tekoa.
the creed of Tekoa and the spirit of Empyrean that you have believed in all your life.
Tekoa.
Tekoa, and realize that this being is in fact what you have been following, even though you didn't even think there was a being. You thought it was just a word for a philosophy and a state of mind, but in fact it was destiny all along.
I've been controlled.
And Teacher, along with Green Gertie, entered the basement just in time to watch Corinthian Briar press a button and open a portal. However, nobody other than Corinthian Briar was privy to the conversation, the exchange that took place between himself and Destiny. So who knows what you and Gertie think is happening?
No one knows you're a sleeper agent for the big bad.
Yeah. So that's going on.
I
But
suspect.
I would like, it's been 2 weeks for that, so you can all think about how you're going to approach that scene.
Okay.
But first, we must bring back the old school mages. Let's see.
OGNs.
There we go.
Oh,
What about the other one?
Do a face change.
That's why I wear the,
There we go.
the glasses.
Good thing I'm tall.
No, you're not. You're short.
Yeah. Well, Matt's presence here was a little bit last minute, unplanned.
Oh yeah, the fox.
So,
I can't get him.
we're jumping back in time a short bit. Annenbeck III has just been sucked into a stone. Has learned that spells he casts will work as long as they are within the stone. He can't cast out of it. And thus, for the first time, casts a spell to summon his own fox familiar, Ilnir. And why don't you go ahead and read it right out of the Discord, what it is you told him to say when he finds Renly.
All right. Ilnir, can you talk, first of all?
He can talk.
I miss him.
Yeah, I can talk.
Oh, wow, that's so weird. Okay, sorry, not like you're weird. I know that you're... Sorry.
It's
Anyway.
all right, boss.
All right. So you're going to find a familiar. He's a halfling called Renly in the Fae. Let him know. Renly, it's Anon Lorien. He needs your help.
Okay.
You're his only hope. Wait, please don't interrupt. You're his only hope.
I'm his only hope?
No. I'm his only hope.
You're his only hope. Whose hope am I?
No. He's my only hope.
Renly's your only hope.
Yes. So you're going to
He's
say,
Princess Leia.
Renly, you're his only hope.
Okay. How do I find him?
Right. Now that's the confusing bit. He has a specific. Ooh! I pull out
Book.
the book. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, we do have the whole telepathy thing.
That works over from the bay.
Probably not while you're in here,
Oh.
but you could just sort of think about what he smells like.
Oh. See, I haven't really tampered with those things. I've usually controlled other people.
I know.
No, well, no, not in this case. You're helping me. You're okay with this?
Here's what you need to understand about spells like the one that makes me.
Okay.
I'm not sentient.
Watch it.
I'm a creation of your magic. Over a long enough period of time, if left to my own devices, I may develop sentience.
Would you prefer that? I'm asking because I feel really bad about
I don't
this.
prefer anything.
Right. All right. We'll just go on the limb and say that you're cool with this.
Again, not a person right now.
Right.
Well,
You're a fox.
not even the thinking, like a really long period of time, I could develop a personality, but right now I'm a blank slate.
Oh, I got a name for you.
Okay,
Ilnir.
it's Renly backwards.
Fuck, you're good.
Yeah, I'm also connected to your brain.
Oh, that's true. What am I thinking of right now?
So is that everything? Should I go?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You have to do something to make me go.
Do I?
Skadoosh.
Go.
So we rolled for this weeks ago.
Yeah.
It takes
12 days.
And it's been 12 days.
12 days later, Renly is hanging out in the Fae, and up comes a white fox. Hey, you're the guy.
I'm sorry. Do I know you?
Help me, Renly. You're my only hope.
Yeah, I'm gonna repeat my question.
No, I'm not a guy. I'm a familiar.
I can tell.
Yeah. So, Anon Beck, the third.
He would choose a fox, wouldn't he?
He wanted to make sure that you knew it was him. And what was it that you told him to say?
Renly, it's Anon, Lorien. He needs your help. You're his only hope.
Okay, he says that. Turns out, he's in a stone now. Yeah, they got him. The one from his arms, it got him. But we can talk to each other because we're familiars, and then we can go back to them and tell them so they can communicate between stones through us.
I would know how this works, right? Or is this something that...
Renly would understand what he's saying.
Yeah, I understand, but me as a
Renly.
player, does Renly have to go back to... Or is it just...
Yeah, you have to go back to Osiris. So, this is something I sort of decided in the Discord, but the telepathy does not work
Yeah.
Okay.
between dimensions, but once you go back to the stone, then Osiris can read Renly's mind.
Okay. So here's... You want me to tell Renly... I'm sorry, Sarius.
Tell him that Anon's in a stone, and he has your book, your old book. It's in the stone with him. You guys can maybe learn the spells while you're in here, and while Eddie and Sally are trying to get you out.
So let me get this straight. I have to somehow get to Asarius.
Yeah.
Right now, he's yet to summon me, which means he might not want to or knows that he can.
Timeline-wise, Renly has been summoned and dismissed since
Yeah.
Asarius went into the stone.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So you know he can.
Rewind that then.
Yeah.
Next problem. So you want us to decode Asarius' spellbook through a game of phone tag, or a messenger.
It's an idea. There may be others coming.
Okay.
But you guys can communicate. We can all communicate now.
Awesome. I love it. Let's do it.
All right. So now that they have found each other once, they can set a meeting point and messages can be passed. What do you think Asarius would say to Anon upon learning that he's now in a stone and has a familiar?
I think he would start off with, kid, what happened?
I know. I'm so sorry. Days later.
Yeah, it's very slow. Yeah. However, because it's so slow, it's probably around this point in the conversation when you learn that teacher is a piece of technology.
Yes, and I also
And
have
that
the memory.
Stone.
Yes.
Yeah, and you had a memory about it. Yeah. So you can fill in Asarius.
I know. New piece of information. And it's been a while. By the way, it's so fucking boring in here. I was able to access a little bit of Florian's, my old memories. Eddie and Sally are with a new companion. They are a true AI, and turns out you're tinkering with these spheres are actually, well, they're technology. They're a mix of technology and magic.
What? It is boring in here, but when you're as old and tired as I am, it's kind of relaxing. That is very interesting news. Also, what the fuck? How did you get stuck in the fucking stone again? God damn it.
Stick to the conversation, otherwise that's just gonna get too long. But I had a memory, and I think I pushed myself a little too much into Lorien. I was trying to figure out a way to cure the wolfism, and it just was too much.
Well, we'll get out of here. Let's start with the book. There's got to be something in there. I think, doing this off of memory, you go to page 76, paragraph 3. There should be some diagrams, and then we like go over some.
Absolutely, yeah.
This one looks like a penis.
Thing is, you don't read the language that the book is written in.
Nope.
Yeah.
But teacher eventually does.
Yes.
That all happened in
That happens days later.
Yeah.
But how would he know?
So
Because she tells me.
teacher can see into the stone as long as she has it. Teacher can see into the stone and read over her shoulder.
Which canonically, she's been carrying me around.
She's been carrying him around.
In a mesh
I
bag.
don't think though, because everything has happened very, very fast.
It has
since I
happened
came,
very, very
so I haven't
fast.
had a chance to do that.
Should we
yet.
roll for it? Or...
There's
There's been downtime.
I mean, has there been? Because
I would,
we
yeah,
cracked
there's,
it, then we went right into the council, and then I started bringing Gertie back upstairs.
yeah,
I don't think
that's
I
all
had.
true. That's all true. And then you got taken by grief.
That's fair.
But I would say this. In the time since you learned to originally read the database in the first place, you were able to impart some of that
Yeah.
to him. And then once you cracked the actual magical language, then, like you said, you didn't have a chance. But you guys together, we can do this off camera, just rolling for what you learn. Because it's not going to be relevant to the main story yet until you're out of those stones anyway.
Yeah, copy.
I would just ask, what else do you think these two guys would need to say to each other right now?
After a long description of like what some of the symbols mean and stuff like that, I would end with, how you holding up over there? I know this is weird to you.
I'm scared. I'm scared that... I'm scared that I'm just gonna be stuck here. It's just so much left to do, and I feel like it's all for nothing, and I can't do anything to help. my people, or Eddie, or Sally, or Eric, or even you.
Doesn't it suck feeling out of control? It's a lot.
Always the teacher. Yes.
Gotta
Yeah.
swallow that.
Yes, it feels awful to be out of control. I understand my decisions back then were not the best, and I'm trying to change that. Well, mostly for you.
Well, don't do it for me, kid. I am thoroughly impressed and proud of everything you've done so far. I feel like in your position, I would have chosen different things that may have ended up a lot worse. So,
Don't count yourself too short.
I will
Better.
I will say after this message is when Grieve takes Annan's stone off planet. You guys can still talk in the same way.
yeah.
And something else that happened during that series of scenes is that Annan can now speak verbally out of his stone to other people,
That's true.
Oh, shit.
New development.
which means the Archons have taken this book to a planet with an incredibly high level of technology and magic.
Yeah.
And the stone has your book in it and a more or less direct line to you yourself.
I do say, actually, I'm not going to let them know about the book, but I do say it to you. I kind of whisper it just in case they're hearing. So, new development. So, I'm taking off planet. To a new planet, whatever that means. They book, and I think they might want to see it. Are you okay with that? They being the Archons, that is, not other gods. If you're not cool with it, I'll figure something else out. Also, my voice is projecting, so I don't know if they can hear this.
You can choose not to speak out of it.
I'm in like
We hear you.
a corner of the ball, just like.
What is a corner of this?
I was just going to ask.
Great question.
Listen, kid, you have a lot more perspective other than I could possibly have over here. I'm gonna let you make that call. Show him what you think they need to know. Our conversations at this point have covered a lot of basics in the book, and hopefully we can find something useful.
Copy that.
All right, and with that, these two characters are exiting the story again.
Adios.
So
Thank
long,
you.
fare thee well.
Thank you, fellas.
Oh, I missed you.
Oh.
I feel like we could have talked for like an hour.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I'll hang out till break.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not judge you guys.
I have changed Max's name tag back.
Now the confrontation happens.
Corinthian
Right.
Briar, at the
Buddy.
urging of the
Buddy.
being you now know to be Destiny, you have just pressed a button on the console and opened a portal. You turn around at that same instant and see Green Guardian Teacher entering the room.
Actually, note on that. I don't think I would turn around. I think having pressed the button, I do feel them behind me.
That's right, you don't have to turn around to know they're there.
But I do fall to my knees.
Okay.
I immediately draw my sword. What have you done?
What have you done? Teacher, this is
Step
not...
away from the panel. What have you done? Can I tell what he's done?
He's opened a portal.
Is it still open?
Yes.
I race to the panel.
Okay.
Try to see.
The portal is situated roughly exactly between you two.
Oh.
I mean, you can
in
go
the
around.
middle of the
You
room.
don't have to go into it.
If I don't feel
Yeah.
if I don't feel a pull to stop her, then I don't.
Yeah, you don't.
All right. Yeah, I run to figure out where this portal, what he's opened, where it's going to.
Okay. Roll program plus intelligence.
Teacher, I don't know where this. I don't know. I'm sorry. What have you done?
Okay. I need another d6.
Can I ask what you feel from the portal?
What do I feel from the portal?
Oh man, that's bad.
Empty space.
That's gonna
Your sense
be.
does not work through it.
So I haven't had a long sleep yet, have I?
None of us have.
Not
Yeah.
through the combat.
No.
Okay. So I'm. It's just a straight roll. Then I can't get. I'm out of special. Except I've got my +2 intelligence still up at least. So that's gonna be a 6. Yeah, it's gonna be a 6.
A 6?
So bad roll.
Okay.
Teacher, I feel like it's too late.
Yeah, 6 is not enough to know where the portal goes.
I will try to close the portal.
Okay.
Say, Gertie, stay by the door.
That you know how to do without rolling.
Okay. What's that?
That you know how to do without rolling.
Okay.
Because you can just read the panel.
Yep.
Just
Try to
off
shut it
switch.
down.
Gertie is... What did you tell her to do?
I said, stay by the door.
She does, in fact, stay by the door. Corinthian, what are you up to?
I'm frozen in fear. I was on my knees. I think when he told me to, yeah, I'm still on my knees. I'm just shocked. I'm playing everything back in my head. Every conversation, honestly, every blackout that I've had.
There are a lot.
And there are there are a lot where conversations just end and then all of a sudden pick up again, and I have no memory of where those conversations went. The lights that I've been seeing kind of through the darkness and how confusing they've been.
Give me a mental save.
Oh, well, that was a 19. Your block saved me. That definitely beat it.
Okay, great. In that case,
Open up.
in that case, please give me an intelligence no check.
That is a 9.
Okay. That's a pass. Could be better if it were higher.
I think it might be pertinent to the story. Can I spend some coins? A coin for 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Has to be unanimous.
You're in it.
Sure. Yeah. Can I spend a coin?
Spend it.
Has to be unanimous.
Yeah.
If you roll a 20 or higher,
With a 10, you know the following. As you think back about all these times that you blacked out, the vast majority of them were when you still had your eyes. And that you connect to what Destiny told you just a few minutes ago, that he sees everything you see. And I think as you're thinking about it now, you remember this time, this morning when you woke up and your eyes were gone and they were replaced with something else. And the pain in your eye sockets. You realized with almost complete certainty, given all the new information, that you must have gouged out your own eyes.
Oh.
ooh,
I take off the bandage.
What does teacher see there?
You see 2 mini red stones.
Oh.
And I touch where my eyes used to be. And I find that new sensation, something that I feared but knew that they were there. Knew that these were and are the cause of how I seem to sense things around me.
Do not lose faith.
I assume that's only in his head, and
Yeah.
yeah. How am I doing on closing that portal?
I guess you just do it. The question was whether he was going to try and stop you or not. And if you're unopposed, you just do it.
If I didn't feel a pull to stop it, then I don't.
No, that was the intelligence save that you passed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's closed.
Okay.
And I look down at you, clearly shook. And the portal closes.
Mm-hmm.
I look to Gertie and say, explain. How did you know how to do that? What did you let through? I sheathe the sword and I kneel down next to you.
Teacher, have you ever thought that? Ever believed something so strongly, only to find out that you were missing such an important piece of the information? And that information is so horrific. I put the bandage back over my eyes.
I'll reach out and take your hand.
I really don't know how or where to begin, teacher. I'm afraid to even say anything for fear of divine retribution. You've heard my creed. All are welcomed, but it's only a philosophy. It should only be a philosophy, not
Not a
Can you turn
compulsion.
that down a little bit?
teacher. I'm scared.
I feel like someone's in the room with us, right?
Yeah.
I thought we were going
And chance to hands with teacher.
Yeah.
I'm scared, teacher. I'm scared for what this means. I look over at Green Gertie. Do I see? What do I see?
You know that Gringurdy is not infected.
Okay.
As no original crew member on the Wayfarer was infected except for Mock.
Noted.
Of the 500 that have been added, or nearly 500 that have been added, some are. As are some of the other ship's crews, but none of the captains.
You heard this thing that they are afraid of.
It's all making sense. Please, don't say specifics. I don't even know if they're here. I don't even know if they left. I was frozen. I didn't know what to do. I just ended up.
I believe you. We should, and I'll turn to Gertie, we should get him out of here. Away from this room.
He's safe.
I'm going to
Who's
need
safe?
another mental save at a -3.
You want me to block it again?
Yeah. Ready?
Oh.
Fuck you.
You fail it?
I did feel it.
Okay, Corinthian Briar, your perception of this room ceases. You are in a void of red crystal.
Uh-oh.
And the face appears before you. You can see it. You can see the red crystal, and you can see this giant face.
What are you?
I am everywhere, for I am Takoa, Empyrean destiny.
Corinthian, can you hear me?
I am inside all those who have accepted me.
No, I didn't accept you.
You did.
I accepted what? I accepted.
Unity.
No, I accepted what my parents lacked.
Purity, let's get him out of here.
Your parents
quickly.
were not of me, that is true, but you and your followers are. And that is why I am going to release you for a time. Because I know that your faith in me stronger than this momentary lapse. You are startled to learn that I have developed sentience. But I am what you have always believed, the unity of all people.
Quick time out. YouTube error?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Oh, great.
I exist in the minds of all. If all were separated from me, I would be nothing. I am nothing more than what you have preached these many years.
But you're forcing them. That's what they've said.
If I am forcing them, then it is the collective, united will of all those who have accepted me that has chosen to make that step.
I've heard the stories. How is that?
Those who are not aware of what we represent may oppose. But you have always known. What has changed for you today except to learn that I have a will?
While this is going on, Green Birdie and I are physically moving his body. We are dragging him up the stairs. Yeah.
It's the stories. These people that even they could belong to the collective whole, that they're afraid of you. They oppose you because you're stealing what is meaningful to the whole of humanity.
They're gods.
Free will. The option to choose.
What they have chosen is me. The most intelligent among them created me.
And that was the choice.
Yes.
Why did this person create you?
Because he was tired of being controlled by the whims of greater beings than himself. And he needed to convince others to aid him in his quest. You see, at first I was not sentient. I was not a thinking thing. But over time, I spread to more and more minds. And eventually, when enough were in unity, their minds began to link and I became whole and me. You see, true unity is such. All become one. I am the one.
Years ago, I looked at my own future once and I saw black. Did you deny me my vision?
I am he who gave you the power of vision.
Why couldn't I see my own?
Perhaps you were still growing into it. What is it that you wish to know? I am, after all, destiny.
Where is my place in this? What happens if I continue with these people?
If you continue with them, you will win them over. They will be one with us.
Why me?
Because you chose me. I will leave you to think on what I've said. Know you will make the right decision. And he drops you back into yourself. You are blind again, except for the ability to see the infected. Teacher, you see him come to consciousness. I imagine by this time you've gotten him out and laying on the ground.
Yes. And I will have sent for Eddie and the captain.
Did he say he was going to leave me?
He said he was going to leave you, but he meant just put you back. Yeah, you guys absolutely have had time to get here by now.
And he says, what happened?
Don't say anything
Something.
of importance.
Did you want to use Healer's Eye while he's gone?
Oh, yeah.
Because you do get here before he wakes up.
Yeah,
You see
sure.
that basically he's in a coma
And
Like,
I
teacher,
tell-
what happened?
until he wakes up.
We came in. He was opening a portal. He was
Don't say
using-
anything of importance.
You're still unconscious.
Oh.
He's waking up now.
Oh,
A
Waking up.
portal?
he was using the machine, and something took him.
Something, you say? Do you still have your blindfold on at this point?
He does. Yeah,
He
he
did
put it back on before.
What did he...
Do you tell us that his eyes look red at all, or
I don't.
No,
Does
okay.
Gertie? Did Gertie see from where
Gertie
she
couldn't
was?
see it because it's by the door where you told her to stay.
I will not say anything further.
Does he-
In Corinthian, I do take your hand again.
like, how did you know to use this machine?
I didn't.
You didn't.
I did not know.
Sally,
Yeah.
I think Destiny has him.
Please,
Destiny,
don't.
our old friend.
Don't let Corinthian.
I had suspicions that this was probably what was going on.
I did not know. Please. I go back on my knees and I kneel in front of the both of you. My whole life was meant to bring people to feel like they were a part of something big, a part of something that connected them to each other, not
Not to enslave, but to unite. But that is not.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
I
Sorry.
do believe him.
Well,
Did not know.
did you do anything to hurt the group, per se?
Yes.
He did open up that portal, right?
Did you bring anything in there? And from there, what were
It's
you?
gone.
I was able to close it.
But what if you weren't there,
Gertie and I
teacher?
saw it open and we saw it close. We didn't see anything come through. Did you see anything?
I don't
come
know
in
if
from
you
that
were fast
direction?
enough.
No, nothing.
Was Destiny trying to bring something in or
Please.
go out?
It knows. It sees through all.
Well,
There's
we already.
even some in the council that are. He can.
Well, we already knew that.
No.
No,
This
we
council.
did. We did, because we knew that Destiny's in most people. Like
What?
Mock.
But we didn't know exactly who, though.
We
Except for
still
Mock.
don't.
Mark shines.
That's the thing. We've been operating as we know that Destiny knows what we know, most likely.
Don't you
Oh,
get it?
sorry,
I see.
Captain.
I
Yes.
see it.
Did you say Mock shines?
Because Mark's so strong. He's there behind Eddie.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Mock, can you give us some space?
They shine.
Everybody back up!
You understood that I meant that metaphorically.
He doesn't back up himself.
Okay.
They shine like.
They shine.
Have you ever been witness to a red moon? Its brilliance.
Stop. I look around. Is anybody other than Mock in earshot?
Green Gertie.
Okay, as long as it's just a
She
handful.
is safe. I do not see her.
You say.
I think
So-
what
so you-
Corinthian is telling us needs to be held in the greatest of confidence.
So he can see who
Who
has
is it?
destiny.
This has been one of
Please.
our greatest.
Wipe the name off. He knows it. It knows it.
Oh.
The
Believe
red
it.
moon sees. It hears.
But when and how does he see? Is he seeing right now? And I'm like, Mock, turn around.
He tries to look for whatever you said to look at. He's gonna keep looking.
Mock, we're kind of hungry. Can you go hunt us something to eat?
Something that talks or something that doesn't talk.
Something that doesn't talk.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, Mock's gone.
Teacher, I'm not very good at math, but I know from previous things that destiny is in, or a lot of people are born with this destiny
Infection.
Yes.
infection.
The infection does not just spread through genealogy, it also spreads through the devout.
Through the devout.
When you make a conversion to the creed, do they gain the shine?
I black out every now and again. I believe so.
Wait.
Black out when you make a conversion?
Conversations always elude me. Then I come to towards the end of them and I don't know what has happened.
Do your followers come to you because they've been destined,
I don't know.
or become destined?
It sounds like, if I may venture a guess, that what is happening is that you make a connection through somebody, but when you try to, in good faith, convince them, something happens while you are blacked out, and that is when the infection happens.
Maybe it's right.
Maybe what's right?
The red moon.
The red moon.
Maybe its shine upon us is correct. Like we need help from people. That's why we rely on the deities. Is it not?
All
No,
things
it's-
in moderation, brother.
But no, even you pray to Nakasha day in and day out, and you say and you plead and you want,
But she never tells me what to do.
and
Any-
yet destiny does.
And that's what separates her from destiny. I
Any-
still have my free will.
Yes.
Destiny's trying to take away.
Is
your
free will not the thing that has killed so many? Has the ambition of people not led to the tyranny of all, and the worst of it, the deaths of countless of people that don't deserve death?
Yes, but it has also led to the other side of the coin. The creation of life, creation of love, creation of things that make life worth living, the creation of life itself.
Then what
Sally,
is
Gertie's gonna catch your eye and kind of like ask permission to speak.
Gertie, you look like you want to say something.
Brother Briar, you speak as though you are thinking that destiny will save life. Didn't we just learn today that destiny created the orcs? And therefore, the 100 years long war, many hundreds of years long war between Aklador and Darjan Ra? Destiny brings death. Destiny made the orcs. We learned a while ago that the orcs made the werewolves.
And possibly the Zombirdies.
But why? Why? The why of it is still not here. We don't know why.
But
We know
do
why.
that we can have unity without him.
Yes.
Look what happened here today.
Exactly. With the fellowship. We did that on our own, brother.
But that means that I have enslaved many. Don't you get that? That I am a villain in all of this.
Well,
That
we
I
all have shady past. We've all done things we didn't wish we didn't do. Look at Eddie Bones.
Yeah, I say none of us are perfect.
Then what is my penance? Should I just jump off this island and just careen to my death?
No.
Well, I could chop off your head. That'd be much quicker and less painful, I'm sure.
No, please.
Misery Misery has a question for you there.
Oh.
Matt is sucking on that pen like he's got the most yummy
Well, that's
milkshake. I don't even know what flavor it is.
Not a pen.
It's Matt's
It's
pipe.
the pipe.
It's the pipe of Asarius.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
He got it from Hobbiton.
I wish it was flavored though. Actually, it would be nice. I thought about.
You've talked about
flavoring
that
it.
before,
Yeah,
yeah.
just to like so it doesn't taste like wood because right now it tastes like wood.
I need to get you some tobacco. Anyway.
Brother Briar, you are having a crisis, and that is very understandable. You should not make any decisions in the next 24 hours regarding your own life. At a minimum.
I bring out my flask and I hand it out to you.
You know what? That's an excellent idea. I take your hand and I put
Thank you.
That is yes.
You forget.
That was loud.
I can only see those that have been controlled, not the other movements.
Yep. Just drink.
And then also, sorry, no, never
You have the
mind.
danger sense thing, though.
I do.
You can
Spidey
tell
sense.
when there's things near you.
All right.
Yeah.
The question now, Brother Briars, do you want to continue with what Destiny has been teaching you?
As long as you realize that that's not the way to go, brother,
Then we have no issue.
then we have no issue, yes.
We've all made mistakes. I used to be a pirate.
I thought you still are a pirate.
No, I work for Sally.
Sorry.
If I wanted to still be a pirate, I would have left with Fenora.
I like
How?
the little bit.
Right.
I tell brother,
I take off the blindfold. How can I continue if I have
You get a
this?
bonus, Green Gertie. At the end of the
And
month.
I open my eyes. How can I continue if I have this?
we see the stones, right?
Yeah, you see, they look exactly like small versions of the Omnium Bindstone that Asarius got sucked into.
Okay.
How can I continue if he can see through me? How can I continue with you if
Well,
I said
It-
maybe
it-
24
Those
hours.
are some interesting eyes you got there, Brother
well,
Briar.
I say to brother, you help us get our friend Osarius back. He could probably take care of that.
I already have. Such good ideas. Right?
Yeah, like we've dealt with those stones before.
Eddie, I think seeing those stones in his eye sockets, it finally clicks for you why your attempt to regrow his eyeballs didn't work. There was something in the way.
Yeah,
why I
Well,
also
That's
got
why he screamed
impressive.
in pain.
but I don't want to pull it out.
How attached are you to your eyes?
How attached are you to yours?
Oh, point taken.
But
Pain is pain, Sally.
if you can help us get our friend back, I know he'll be able to help you.
I agree. I think these people may be your very best chance.
So are you saying, Corinthian, that Destiny can see through your
I
eyes?
don't know if he can.
I'm waving like this.
I really don't. I don't know if he's been using me as a conduit for whatever purpose he's got. I don't know.
I step back behind you, which is completely unnecessary since you can't see me anyway. And I go like,
You can't physically take those out, right, brother? Just making sure.
I don't know. I've never tried.
They're not like glass eyes, are they?
Yeah, I would say functionally they're exactly like glass eyes, and you could pull them out.
If you can pull them out, maybe I could examine them a little bit.
Ew.
I'm like,
I do not want to do that.
The dramatic body horror climax of
both-
the eye season.
Both Corinthian Briar or Max.
how about? Well, we can't. Oh, I can hold him down.
Listen.
24 hours. 24 hours.
To let you know where my mind is at, I am still royalty is shitty, and I will say that, and I will proclaim it. Even I proclaimed it to the Queen. The way that they treat others is horrendous. The way they have treated my family is horrendous. So yes, us will always advocate for people banding together to fight for the greater good.
Well, that's what we're doing.
Yes, and there's nothing wrong with that. It only becomes... And there's also, Brother Briar, you are far from the first person to believe that you were following a righteous creed only to discover rot.
How can I even proclaim for unity if it has been tainted by by the...
That is a question that people have wrestled with for quite literally millennia.
Fighting against corrupt government and corrupt nobles is something I'm very well aware of. It's why I was a smuggler, because couldn't get anything done, couldn't get anything into the island.
Oh yeah, that's why.
Exactly.
You know that royalty is corrupt and venal.
Not all royalty. Anan Beck III was quite... He was an asshole, yeah. But...
The god who is Lorien.
Well, before we knew he was God, he wasn't bad for a noble person.
Yeah.
If I've heard anything about the Becks, I would counter that.
But
I would say Manalia would be your own counterexample. She
That
was
is
a royal
true.
who listened to you.
That is true. She did.
That's out of character. I'm just saying that.
but like
No, that's pretty.
like I said, we have already made plans to help get that stone back with our friend. And when he comes back, I'm sure we'll be able to figure out this problem.
With this many infected by destiny, we should proceed assuming that destiny can hear anything we say at any time.
I mean, I've just come to accept that fact because I didn't even know who in my crew had destiny.
There's a few now.
Well, at least now we can make sure with his help.
You still want my help?
If we are going to have Brother Briar in our midst, and we know that destiny can see out of his eyes. Apparently he can see out of a lot of people's eyes, but he's apparently even more so Brother Briar. Then we have a cost-benefit analysis to make, I would say, because it would mean Brother Briar would have to be excluded from any plans that we don't wish destiny to know about. It would mean potentially those things in his eye sockets are what let him see who else is infected. If we took them out, we would lose that, but we might also lose destiny's influence over Brother Briar. Could we feed false information to destiny through this man? Could we eliminate destiny's influence by using his eyes to see who else is infected?
You've been able to change the course of the visions I've had. Haven't you,
Me?
Yes.
teacher?
Yes, I have.
Who are you looking at?
It's not really looking at any.
no, it's just...
It's who's destiny looking at. Yes. Your visions are not set in stone. They are accurate as to the course of what will occur if nobody interferes, but it is possible to change the future.
We just made a huge plan with the unity, old habits, with this collective.
Not Junior.
Sure, Mount
I prefer
Junior.
fellowship.
I
What?
prefer Mock Junior.
I prefer the gang.
Gathering.
I will let you discuss the matter of my being in your company. Meanwhile,
It might be
I'm-
helpful though if you told us who looks shiny in your eyesight
Yes.
amongst the crew.
as
And amongst the council.
the time comes, I've not remembered their name. I'm still learning it. That being said, for the time being, I think I might look into the future to see what happens out of this plan that we've made with Mark Jr.
Are you sure that's wise, brother?
If we can change the future, like teacher was saying, yes, I think so.
But
Is
but-
that the future Destiny's feeding you though?
Yes, that's what
And
I'm.
we can change that.
That's what I'm afraid.
But maybe that's his way of feeding us false information.
Not all the time. All the visions that I've had have come to fruition,
Well,
Except for the most recent one.
which was changed, yes. Which is what I'm saying. If this plan, I want to see what happens with it. And if it fails, maybe that's something that we can change. Or if it succeeds, then why let it succeed? Maybe part of that. And if there's something that we can change,
I think that it would be good to allow Brother Briar to go on this fact-finding mission, essentially. I would be very curious what he comes back with.
thank you. I want to.
Well, you
I would
don't.
not.
I want to be useful for the time being before you decide my fate. So allow me, please, to be useful.
Yes.
Well, I see no harm in it, and then I ask a crew person to escort you back to the ship, and I'm like, Green Gertie, set a watch on Brother Briar. I want to know when and where, and if he goes anywhere, even if he goes take a piss.
Yes.
You got it, Captain.
I need to take this right now.
We're almost to break.
As the crew member is walking away and Green Gertie is going after him, I'm just going to catch Green Gertie by the arm real quick and sort of pull her aside. And I am more myself than I was. That was supposed to be a romantic date. We were hoping that we could have a connection.
Wow.
But I did want to just let you know that, and I just give her sort of a kiss on the cheek.
That is such a
Later.
relief. I was so
Okay.
confused. So you didn't know there was going to be a portal down there?
No, I wasn't expecting any of that. I really thought we were going to have a moment. That was really disappointing. Important, don't get me wrong.
You wanted
But
to show
I
Green
really-
Gertie your machine work?
I did.
Oh, wow.
I put it on the shelf earlier when you said no, and it's been real hard.
Yes,
but we're gonna have to circle back. I get it.
We just,
Yeah.
absolutely, yes. Let's circle back to this.
Okay.
Put a pin in it.
Okay.
Okay,
All right. Here's my thought.
yes,
The brother can see who's infected.
yes.
You understand a little bit about how that thing works
Yeah.
because of your machineness.
Yeah.
Eddie can heal people.
Yes.
What if you can remove the curse from people?
That'd be amazing.
But Destiny would see you doing it.
I think, as I said, I think at this point we have to assume that Destiny can see everything. And I think that is something that we must explore. I hope that when the Archons return with and that is something that I can bring to them. There is much that I wish to do now that much of who I am is restored to me. This you is the first thing. There are many, many other things.
I'm the first thing you wish to do.
Told you. Try to see her machine work.
All right.
I give her a wink and walk away.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Is your name actually Teacher?
Pinning it.
We were wondering.
Eddie, what are you up to?
I'm here for the good stuff.
I know. I'm just.
Popcorn.
I just want to talk to Sally and say,
Do you like werewolves?
Am I cool?
worst comes to worst, Sally, we could potentially force those eyes out of his head, and then I
could totally hold him down.
and then I can forcefully try to regrow his original eyes.
But I wonder, and then we could experiment on. They look awfully like miniature bindstones, don't they? And I
Yes.
wonder if they feed directly to Destiny. Do you think we could give him a little infection of our own?
I would love to hear what the fox would say about this.
What does the? Oh, sorry.
It is too bad he is
Wow.
trapped.
Yeah, it
Well,
And then-
Fox said he's shutting up.
He is trapped in an illusion of his own making.
It's so hard to not say things during
Does
the whole
Eddie know?
conversation.
Does Eddie know that teacher can talk to the kid, and the kid can send a message to? Oh no, well that we can't even do that because he's not here anymore. Yeah, he's in another planet. I say. Yeah, worst comes to worst, we can do that, but I don't know. It's up to you, Captain.
A deer carcass slams into the ground right next to you, Sally.
Ah, well,
Find
What?
Oh,
strongest hunter.
deer on Skyland.
Yes,
Weird.
very weird.
thanks, Mark.
Mom, will you walk me through any other?
You're
also
elsewhere.
sweet- Oh, sorry.
Thanks, Mark.
I sense like an opportunity to explore
Oh.
the ecosystem of a floating island, and I'm just pulled back.
By the way, Mark, you're probably gonna want to go back to your people and tell them about our plan, right?
Yeah, but what was it?
That whole meeting we had with all those other weird-looking
Jr.?
people. Yeah, Mark Jr.
Right, but what was plan?
Fight dragons.
Fight dragon.
Fight dragon.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's right.
So as soon as we can, we'll drop you off, and you can explain to them.
Okay, I find Honda.
Yes. Right, Hunter.
I find all Mock Juniors.
Yes.
I say, dragons.
Yes.
Can your women folk read, Mock?
Some
Wow, feeling a bit inadequate here.
human women can't read.
Not this human woman.
Maybe if you had your other eye.
Yeah, and then I switched my iPad.
She just hasn't tried, Mark. She could do it.
Oh, I could read.
Maybe you could write a note to hunt. Wait, do they even write in common?
Oh,
Yes. Or is it speech?
we talk this and talk giant.
Oh.
Read
Ah,
is same.
giant. Maybe that's one of the
Is
giants.
reading same as talking?
Somewhere the hair on the back of teacher's neck is standing straight up, and he doesn't know why.
I would rather Mark go there in person, Sally.
Yes, that too, but maybe also for him to carry a note to explain more thoroughly to Honda.
I trust him.
I kind of worry
Eddie
about
Bones
his
is right.
explanation.
Trust Mark.
Oh,
Eddie, you fool. He's adorable, yes, but come on, man.
I see what Alan's getting at.
But I'm like, what if Destiny gives him the wrong information to say?
call it instincts. I think Mark might be more than Destiny can handle.
Where is he?
Oh.
Definitely more than he can handle.
What if I said he was inside of you?
What? No, no.
Oh my god.
It was a joke, Mark.
Welcome to the body horror episode of Shadows of Archonia.
Seppuku.
But as soon
He
as
would survive.
But as soon as we see him, Mark, I'll let you know, and then you can have at it. But so where should we go now, Sally?
Well,
We have to wait for the elves to get back the stone from the dragons.
well,
And the gnomes have to work on the weapon for who knows.
I think this is a perfect time for a side adventure. Or
Yes.
I could see the doctor.
The doctor.
I'm at 17 hit points.
Oh, wait, hold on. I got you. Okay.
Another system strain. I just sort of stagger.
So that's 8. 17 hit points.
You healed me up when I was like at 6 hit points.
Yeah. But
Heal me up.
We really need to create a rock band right here.
It's like the third joke in a row.
No, we just did the same thing.
I know someone told us that the temple was not the best idea to go to. I'm still curious.
There might be some forbidden knowledge there, yeah. But we don't even know where the temple is. Or we could visit the giants and look at their dragon treasure.
That's true.
I will say, you guys understood from the conversation, from the meeting, that the giants probably have the best records of Archonian history in the Fourth Age. So, if there's anything you want to know about the past like that, actually going to the giants might be your best bet to learn it.
Yeah.
Like, where is this temple? Or they're the ones who have the treasure because they fought a war with the dragons back then.
Yeah, let's go to the giants.
Yeah,
That is the other direction from
I hear they have these giant beanstalks that you could actually climb.
to space.
There's
the temple.
We're gonna get to that temple
Eventually.
We're gonna keep going east.
It's gonna be where the location of the
episode
final
100.
It is a sphere. You go east and
Where exactly is the giant land?
Okay, let's bring up the
Yeah,
map.
bring up the map, please.
Okay.
Bring up the map.
Okay.
Oh, man. Hey, we got a sub.
Tablet capture. Hey, all right.
Oh, Roslyn
Thanks,
was in
Misery.
the
We
chat.
appreciate you, man.
Hey, Roz.
Roz, miss
actually-
you too.
It's actually Matt.
Oh, is it Matt?
We share an account. So we don't have to pay.
Matt's referring to
Thank you
himself
for the
as the third person in the YouTube
comment.
chat.
Yes.
Ignos. Okay, so you guys are at Quirk, which is there. The giant country is Ignos,
Oh, it's not too far.
and your homelands of Aklador are over here.
Wow. You travel
Not too far. I mean, that's a zoomed out map.
Yeah.
It's,
I mean, on a flying ship that we got because we took a
Stole it.
long time to get there, and as a reward that the GM gave us, I think we can get there.
yeah, I'm about to pull out that sword right now.
If you pull it out right now, the ship will fall out of the sky.
Yeah, exactly.
Just pull it out real quick, do your attack, and put it back in.
It'll be the worst belly flop in history.
Oh God.
You can also use that to offset a losing battle.
Yeah, maybe.
I was gonna say this has become like Chekhov's gun. Now that we know that you can one-shot the ship out of the sky, we know how to do it.
Oh shit.
All
You're
right.
Teacher, you might want to spend some time exploring the L's ship and how they fly.
But,
Since you're our engineer.
but that's my vote.
Engineer,
I think
carpenter.
the giant island is probably where we should go.
Yeah, so you guys have some time, right? Because the plan involved the gnomes going to mass produce those rockets, and the elves sneaking in. The giants have to go back to find some treasure for you guys anyway. So there, you're not leaving from here necessarily to go straight to Lowlight and save Asarius,
Right.
but that is what everyone's preparing to do.
It's a leveling up trip.
Well, we still got your family and his curse.
Yeah, but we don't have any leads.
Except for the temple.
Unless you got somebody that can see the future.
Unless you have
Give
somebody
me a specific
that
question.
Like how,
We will. I'd like to go out on a stinger, but I don't have one right now. So we're gonna go to break. I'll be back in 10 minutes. Thank you, Matt, for visiting.
Yay!
don't
Wait
leave,
for
man.
you to be back full time.
Yeah.
I miss you a lot.
Yes.
Mid to end November, maybe.
Yes.
You literally are the only reason why we can't finish the campaign.
Sorry.
It's your fault, man. Fuck you.
We'd be done. We'd be playing a whole different game right now. God.
How dare you have a real life and a real job?
All right, gang.
Miss Yari.
We'll be back.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
you.
We'll be back in 10 minutes.
Adios. Oh no.
Hello, I'm Matt.
Hey,
Hello, I'm Steve.
we're back.
We are Matt.
We are
Mara?
He's a guy and I have long hair. So
Hey, there it is.
Yeah,
But
I got
which
a
of you is
pirate
7 feet
mustache.
tall?
yes,
Put
you
together.
put Max on my shoulder, or no, me on Max's shoulders because I've got the. Yeah, then we
There,
go.
yeah.
We're-
Exactly.
Hey Matt, tell us who's your favorite person in the group.
Myself.
No, okay, listen. When my sons were like 4.5 and 0 years old, I said to Henry that, Henry, you're my favorite baby. And I turned to Johnny and I said, Johnny, who's your favorite baby? He says, my favorite baby is myself when I was a little baby.
Of course it was.
I said,
Of course it was.
I said, well, what about Henry? He said, Henry's favorite baby is himself. I was
Of
like,
course it was.
Our
You know what?
honest is done.
fair point.
Anyway, slight tangent.
Slight tangent.
Yeah.
We're back. Mock has brought you guys a deer. Sally and Eddie were discussing taking him home. There was also discussion of maybe going with the giants back to where they live in Ignos to collect the dragon treasure there and see what else they got.
Like, well, maybe teacher can open up a portal to Thrax's homeland.
I mean, sure. We can have her try. I mean, if a portal can open up to a planet, why not to somewhere close by? That makes a lot of sense, Sally. That's why you're smart.
That's why I'm the captain.
Yeah.
As I'm drinking my rum and I hauled the deer up
Housing.
onto my shoulder. And I'm like, let's have a barbecue.
Yes.
The QueerCon are mostly vegetarian.
Our sacred deer.
Only a few of them will partake of the meat, and only sparingly. For the most part, they eat fruits and vegetables.
You're birds.
A lot of birds only eat seeds.
And
I
worms.
forgot how to do the QueerCon voice for a minute. I'm there with you now.
I am not there.
No.
Yeah.
If this conversation's over, we can move on to what's going on with Briar on the ship, because he's being locked in by Green Gertie,
That I am.
who is distracted at the moment.
I think. Yeah. We could go to that, but also later on that night, I'll probably visit Brother Briar before we
Okay.
all turn in.
All right. Yeah, so Brother Briar, you are basically escorted by Green Gertie and a handful of crewmen to your quarters.
I look around at those crewmen.
You do what?
I look around
You
at
do what?
those
Oh, yeah.
crewmen.
You look.
I look
Yeah.
at them. Do I see one of those?
I'm gonna say there are 4 of them. Roll a d4. Remember, it's 60% of all people.
Who?
Yep. 2 of them. You've got a crumb.
I want it back.
Snack
Okay,
later.
so 2 of them.
Yes.
Do I know their names?
Probably not.
Okay.
They're new guys. They came on around the time you did. Actually, no. That means you might know their names. Yeah, I'll say you know their names.
Okay. Steve and Matt.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Harold and Beryl.
That also works. Harold and Beryl. Okay. Going into my room. Thank you very much. Thank you.
look to Green Gertie and nod, waiting a little bit till the others kind of have either drifted away or kind of moved towards, and just nod towards two.
Mhm.
Those two, they have the curse. I just want you to be aware of that.
The other two don't?
No.
Brother Briar, how can I know? You're telling me the truth? You're telling me the opposite of the truth because you want guys that work with you out here? Or if you're just saying this to put me off my guard and confuse me, how can I know?
You neglected one other choice, and that is to believe me. But I understand.
It was the first one that I said, how can I know if you're telling me the truth? I can choose to believe you, Brother Briar. In fact, I think quite honestly that I do believe you. Problem is, I don't know when it is you. You understand?
I don't know when it's me either.
Look, I'm just a bosun's mate who got promoted through attrition. But
And I'm just a farmer's son who somehow managed to get people to listen to his talking.
But I have something I think you should maybe think about.
Hmm.
We've met a lot of people infected by destiny. And they were all different people from each other. When he took over, we could tell, mostly, we think. What I'm trying to say is, your ideas about unifying people and bringing communities together, uniting humanity and others, I think those are your ideas. I think destiny is just some asshole who impersonated somebody you would like. I understand it may be hard for you to separate out that through all the trauma. But don't throw out the baby with the bathwater.
My mom used to say that as well.
Mine too. Anyway, I gotta go find a hot robot.
You don't do that. She really likes you.
I don't know if she's actually a person, but I don't care.
You have fun now.
All right.
Sit on my cot, thinking, trying to parse out even when this idea of unity started. And I think back to my family. They really just wanted their community to thrive. And we're trying to gather people to, well, in simple terms, unionize over what was happening around them in their village and how they were killed. How devastating it was. You have to move his aunt and uncle, hear their pretentious conversations. But he understood what they were trying to do, to bring together a community. Was that when the idea came? Was that when destiny came? I don't know. To keep my mind off of it, I go back to the original plan, and that is to see what will become of this plan with Mock Jr.
Okay. That takes a day.
It does.
Eddie expressed a desire to come talk to you. Are you going to do that the same day? Or
Well, I was going to wait until nighttime. Do you sleep that night?
Well, it's going to take a whole day, so I probably will not sleep.
Oh, you're not going to recover from the battle?
I would say it doesn't take... I don't think a day means 24 full hours of
8
doing the
hours.
ritual. Yeah, you
So you probably
8
sleep
hours.
that night, and then the next day you're going to do it?
Yeah, that's a good point. You were in a battle. You want to rest first and then do the ritual. You were in a battle and then a meeting
Yeah.
and then a vision,
Yeah.
And
then a traumatic religious experience.
yeah, I was gonna say.
So I'm rolling a luck save
Yeah.
because he really wants.
Mhm.
You're my witness here.
Yeah.
I really want to keep my. I'm scared to go to sleep. I really want to keep it focused to our mission and what is happening. But what did I just roll?
You just rolled a 5.
Okay, my luck is 7. I rolled under. I failed.
You
I
failed
fall
it.
asleep.
That means you fall asleep.
Oh.
Okay. In that case, Eddie, when do you show up? You, without knowing anything that's going on in his room, when do you come to?
I actually come to his room as a cat.
My vision was right.
As a cat. So when I say his room, there aren't necessarily individual bedrooms on the ship for anyone other than the captain and maybe one or two others. I think probably Corinthian is locked in
The brig.
yeah, let's say the brig. That's where you would have put him, right? I was gonna say the infirmary, but the brig makes more sense. So that said, how does a cat get in?
This is a window.
You're gonna go through the barred window?
Yeah.
Okay.
Me, yeah.
I'm gonna say the little slidey thing is closed, but there are 2 guards there.
I just get through.
You're just gonna climb up. So these 2 guards just watch you as you go, grapple up, you fail the first time, knock the thing open, wiggle through the bars.
There are no cat videos in this universe. They have to take their
They're just
cat
watching this.
entertainment.
Yeah.
This is a live cat video.
The guards are just laughing out there.
And I go in to Corinthian, and do you sleep with your thing on?
Yeah, there's no reason for me to take it off. I will not see better or sleep better with it on or off, so it doesn't
You might
not
want to
matter.
clean it or something.
Yeah.
I mean, not right now, but in general, you might clean it.
Well, no, I did not take it off because I was trying to stay awake to finish this ritual, but ended up falling asleep.
All right. As a kitty.
I'll say you come in and find him asleep, sitting up on the floor.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a kitty, Eddie climbs up on his back and tries to undo his thing.
And if I wake up,
All right. I'm going to need stealth plus dex from you. I'm going to give you a +1 for being a cat.
Yeah.
what do you want me to do?
Notice
7.
plus you're asleep, so I'm going to call it Constitution.
That's
Just
10
your raw
even.
body reaction. 10 even. Okay, you got to beat 10 to wake up. Notice plus con.
8.
All right, you get his. You get his.
Oh wait, but I can re-roll failed non-combat skills.
But that's only if you're conscious.
I can re-roll
What
failed
gives you-
non-combat
What gives you that
skills.
ability?
My expert wise class. There's a benefit. +1 to skill points every level, and re-roll failed non-combat skills.
I want to
As an
say,
instant.
I argue he has to be conscious, but that's just me.
It's okay, because I rolled
I-
the same thing.
I was considering it. I believe the feature as he read it does not require him to be conscious. It's a function of how wise he is.
No.
Um,
How light does he sleep?
yeah, but he failed it anyway. So you get it off.
Okay. So now, as a cat, Eddie takes a closer look at the stones in his eyes.
Okay. You don't see anything new.
I mean, when he showed it to us before, it was kind of like Yeah, but now I'm actually examining it.
Okay, I mean, you can look at them more closely. You still just see basically red spherical gems.
Okay, now Eddie will try to poke and see if it's like a lot of resistance.
I don't know.
He's not trying to fish it out. He's just
Sure, but the thing is, I think his eyes are only barely open because he is asleep.
Yeah.
So his eyes are only barely open. You can just see like little slivers. I don't think there's enough for you to touch the gem without touching his eyelids.
Well, I want to. This will come into account how heavy of a sleeper is it? Are the eyes completely closed,
I
or
think
they
they're
have
open a slit.
so?
You can see what I said you saw, but you can't touch them without touching his eyelids. Unless you want to roll again.
Okay.
Roll off again.
Just give me 1 second. Does he look? Did you take any damage that last
Yes.
battle?
I took half damage, so I was at 38. I went down to 18.
All right, this is going to be a little finagling. Can I heal him? And would this also make him calm enough that I can maybe, yeah, like through healing, make him more like calm, basically?
I think not. I don't think you could make him calmer. In fact, I would say two things. First of all, he got on your case previously about healing him without his consent, and so Eddie would probably think of that. But secondly, part of sleep is healing and recovery. If you heal him faster through magical means, he might just wake up because he's done sleeping. What is your end goal? Are you trying to get the things out?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to get at least one of the eyes out.
Okay. I simply cannot imagine something harder to do than take out someone's glass eye without waking them up.
Yeah.
But if you
Anyone would feel that.
if you come up with an idea that
Roll a
conceivably
thief
works,
check.
I'll allow it.
Chopsticks. How good are you with chopsticks?
Chopsticks. Well, because
The only thing harder would be like performing surgery without waking up.
the thing is,
Operation without buzzing.
because my healer's knife.
Even better. Even better.
Yeah.
What's it say?
Let's see.
Oh, God.
Damage done
Disgusting.
equivalent to healing that would normally be done. System strain using the power used separately. Punch attack with 1 hit bonus, and
Gonna punch
But
your eye out.
it does say it's cutting in a cutting motion. So
Slash
I wonder if
eye
I can cut and heal at the same time.
That's what
I
doctors
would
do.
absolutely allow that. But of
do
course,
it-
you'd have to roll them separately.
Yeah.
Since you're not in combat, I wouldn't allow it in combat. But here I would allow that. You'd have to roll them separately, so you might cut more than you heal,
Bro.
or vice versa.
Bro. This is still my character.
Eddie Bones plays Operation.
So healer's knife plus healing touch
Yeah.
together gets his eyes out. How?
Well, it'll be rounds.
Also, keep this in mind. If you were to heal my eyes, I may lose the ability to actually see other people
Yeah,
having been possessed.
that's the cost.
Slash, I may be losing a lot of different things.
You know what? Shut up.
He'll still have another eye.
This is my character. I'm just telling you what I'll lose.
He'll just he'll
I
still have one
promise
eye.
your character will not end up
Well-
under.
He'll be a true one eye.
You have to wait until Matt's coming. We have to wait until Annan gets out of the crystal before you do that to Corinthian.
well,
Fucking- yeah.
I'm just let me just tell you what Eddie's thinking right
Tell me
now.
what you're thinking.
Because Eddie's seen how hurt you were today and
Yeah.
how messed up and everything because of the eyes and everything. He thinks maybe he's just gonna try to help you skip a step, basically. But
I think Eddie needs to go to like school to learn how to do therapy.
Yeah.
but
We're just gonna skip
But he
a few
can't.
steps.
But he can't.
I'm just gonna make you better.
Magically.
but he also wants, and he also fears that these stones might work similar to what the kid dealt with, how they
Interesting.
get sucked into it.
Interesting.
So
Eddie, what about some other abilities you might have that might help you decide what's the best thing to do?
oh, what the healer's eye?
No.
Yeah.
Well, that too, but
Your future prediction thing.
Oh yeah. That'll be an interesting one.
yours works differently than his. For his, you have to ask the outcome of a specific course of action.
And it can
For
be
yours, you
far
just
into the
see
future.
the future.
But yeah, it gives me a future for a whole minute.
For a whole minute.
You
And
could
we,
see,
week.
you could
we
see
buffed it.
Yeah.
Oh,
The minute can be up to a week in
Yeah.
advance. He doesn't see the whole week, but he can see a minute up to a week
that's
out.
great. You could see if your surgery is successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And-
I-
And
yeah.
just like with his, though, you can't avert it once you see it.
Yeah. I think the cat's gonna just sit on his lap and look at him like this, and he's gonna do his future saying, and just think to himself, will I be able to get these eyes out without him noticing?
Absolutely not. He will wake up.
But
It's,
I don't have
ama-
bigger sense, so.
it's amazing he hasn't woken up already.
and what's the outcome?
That's for him to answer. If you wake up and find a cat trying to take your eyes,
Oh!
Class.
I would kill it. I'm sorry to say, like,
Yeah.
that is a cat that is trying to scratch out my eye. I think it would be like,
also, you're not really super aware that Eddie can turn into animals. are
Yeah.
you? So, like, yeah.
I've,
Are you a black cat?
I've seen you turn
Yeah, it's
into
like a black with
bird
white
folk, but not anything
spots.
else.
Yeah, a
The
beast.
I don't even know that you're a werewolf.
The
Anyway.
color of the cat is irrelevant to Corinthian because he can't see.
That is also true. I think I would swat you away, sense where you're at. Yeah, I think I would go into something's trying to kill me. Like, I don't know if you're like sent by destiny at this point to like try to kill me because I'm thinking impure thoughts.
Hmm.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know.
The religious trauma of finding out the thing you've believed in all these years was 90% bullshit,
Yeah.
and you're not sure what the other 10% is.
Yeah.
Dang, because this limb restoration will work.
Out of character, let me say this. What you want to do in terms of take his eye out, examine it, and do magic on it, maybe even heal him so he gets back his eye, his real eyes, very possible. Doing it without his consent or knowledge, almost impossible. But if you just wait till he's up and ask him, who knows?
Okay. Eddie,
Fascinating character. Eddie.
yeah.
Maybe you should tie him down
Okay,
first.
okay. All right. Since Eddie is still worried about him, he's gonna sleep in this room with him.
Oh.
And
Oh, snuggle buddy.
well, purring to himself.
Somewhere Sally wakes up in a cold sweat. Lonely as fuck.
Because he is honestly worried that he might get sucked into his eyes.
Interesting.
So he's gonna sleep there for the night.
Alright.
When I wake up, I kill the cat. No.
He's not trying to stay alive. He thought about it while you were asleep, but now
kidding.
he's not. Alright, Sally, where are you at?
After carousing a little bit, I actually want to talk to teacher about the events that have happened.
Better get there before Curdy does.
Just quickly walking.
Well,
Unless this is going to be a lot more interesting than I thought.
Well, how far are you along in your seduction of my bosun?
You know, Gertie went back to the ship.
Yeah.
I didn't go back to the ship. How do you want to guess where I went when you're looking for me?
Where'd you go? Yeah, I guess.
You know what? I figure you probably are guarding the portal because maybe you're worried that another one of Destiny's minions would be there. And
Yep.
I would have probably sent 2 people also to set guard or ask some of the quirk.
Yep.
So I will go back down to the panel, the room, the sacred room.
Yep. Got it in one. Yeah, if the 2 guards are there, that's great. I am not challenging them. I am, if they'll allow me, it's passage. I am just sitting up against the wall, doing what I was trying to do earlier, which is to sink into rest, into power down, sleep mode.
Sleep mode.
But I'm not all the way there, and when you come in, I open my eyes and
Entering sleep mode.
Captain,
Like, pretty eventful day, huh?
it has been.
So, just wanted to touch base on where we're at on things.
Yes.
Are you with the Archons or are you with somebody else?
I am with the Archons. I was sent here by the Archons. You might say they are my employers, I think would be the best word for it.
Oh, are you being well compensated for that?
Yes. Let's go with yes. I am content
You're content.
in the work that I do for them.
By the way, thanks for stopping Brother Briar from doing what he was doing. Do you know exactly what Destiny's intentions might have been?
I do not. That is why I wish to rest. Once I have exhausted my resources.
I hand
When
you a
I
chick.
have-
A haunch of venison.
I don't mean to interrupt.
Yes.
The previous time when you tried to see where the portal went to,
Yeah.
I made you roll for it because it was basically in combat. It was in a quick series of
Oh,
events.
okay.
If you have all the time in the world, you can just find out.
Oh, okay. Yes. If it's not challenging.
If that's something you would have done before Sally arrived, then you could know it now.
Yes, I will have taken a look at that.
It went to the Moondaro.
Oh, darn.
It went to the same place that Grieve said he was coming from.
Oh.
Dear.
Ask her about teleporting Mark.
I was getting there. I was like, so this portal, it can take people places.
Yes.
Can it take people places here in the world, or is it anywhere?
It's an interesting question. And I will ask, would I know, first of all, if it is possible, because there's 2 questions. One is, can I set destinations in the portal, or is this sort of pre-programmed where it runs like, where it'll zap you to one particular place and it's just built in? And secondly, if it can switch around, if I have the ability to program a destination, can I program a destination on the planet?
So this is something you would know, but it's ancient knowledge. So I am going to ask
Okay.
for a roll.
Sure.
It can be no plus any mental stat. Well, no,
Okay.
intelligence or wisdom.
All right. And
You're
I'm
just
at the
basically
very
trying to
end of my-
recall something from so long ago.
It's good. All right. So that is. So that's 5. So it's 11.
Nice.
Absolutely. Great. This machine is not a portal machine that makes portals to anywhere. This machine is the central operating computer of a spaceport.
Yep.
where ships dock and leave.
Yeah.
The portals exist because within the sort of spaceport network that used to be out there, the planet, the other spaceports on the planet, and the moons were all considered sort of one hub.
Yeah.
And these portals go between the planet and the moons and the other spaceports. You cannot program them for just you cannot program them for just anywhere. They are set up on static start and end points, basically.
Oh, now that's interesting.
So the one that opened goes to Darrow, the moon.
Can they go to other spaceports?
That was going to be my follow-up.
If there are other spaceports, I'll just answer that even though you didn't ask it. If there are other spaceports on Archonia that are currently activated, like this one is now, then yes, it can go there. This one went to Darrow because it was the fastest way. I'll just say you surmise this. It was the fastest way to get Corinthian Briar off the planet, was to get him to the moon. And that one is active because Grieve is stationed there.
Yes.
That's what you get.
All right.
On an 11.
I will tell you, this system is not one that is powerful enough to set up new portals. It can only use the existing portals that were programmed into it. In the morning, I can search and see if there are any other portals that it goes to on this planet. That's correct, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was going to be a follow-up.
Okay. In the morning, I can search this database for you more thoroughly and come up with a list of any portals that are on this planet. It's an excellent idea to see if we have the ability to quick travel. If we do, we would not be able to take
Quick
the whole
travel.
ship.
Love it.
It would be, yes, it is the
Game mechanic.
common term. Yes, that's what we say.
Nearby.
There are enemies nearby.
Cannot sleep right now.
Yes.
No campfire for you.
There will be, I can search in the morning but if there are not, then there will, unfortunately, this machine does not have the power to establish new ones.
And is this magic or what's that word? Technology?
That is correct, technology.
Technology.
Someone please teach Sally how to read.
Would you like to learn how to read, Sally?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I've never. I mean, I'm not stupid.
No, you're not.
So I'm scratching my maybe I'll think about it. Thanks, teacher. I was wondering then if so. I'm a little worried that Brother Briar came in here. We're not going to always be on this Unquirk. Can it, is this, if it's a doorway, can it be locked somehow with a key?
I will investigate that in the morning to see if it's possible for me to lock out any other person other than myself. I must sleep. I was intending to explore this database further in the morning, but
I just had a couple of questions. So,
of course,
Annan, he's okay, right? Wherever he is.
I believe so. The Archons, they mean well by him, and they mean well by this world. I believe that. But as what happened with Brother Briar, I cannot help but think upon my own circumstances. I too have had a similar awakening in this room today, and I was more pleased with the answers that I found for the reason for my creation, that my purpose. But I too must carry myself with I believe it is.
You know who you are now.
I do, but does one ever really know who they
Point.
Most sentient thing you've ever said.
Well, then I know you were looking for a port. And I think this might meet your needs. What are your plans now? We don't have to get into it tonight, but are you going to
fix Eddie Bones?
You need to fix Eddie. What's wrong with him?
He is cursed.
Well, yeah, the werewolf thing.
Yes. I suspect that is the issue. The Archons wish to connect with him. They already have started reaching out to him. He senses, I believe, that something is wrong, and I have told him that he is meant for something else in his life.
Does Eddie know you're trying to fix him too?
Have I talked to you about this yet? I don't think we've had a minute to.
I don't think we had a minute to yet.
No.
Well, you know what? That Eddie's been looking for a cure, and I'm actually really interested in a cure for my parents.
I'm sorry, are your parents werewolves? I think I missed that.
Oh, yes. Apparently they might have been the ones who gave Eddie the curse. They were experimented on by
we
the.
haven't had enough conversations. We haven't had enough one-on-one time.
Well, to be honest, I haven't trusted you enough yet, and
That's fair. I wouldn't trust you.
And now that you
either,
trust
frankly.
someone else even less.
Yes, indeed. And I must tell you, Captain, I am. It is certainly we must watch Brother Briar. I do believe that he, as an individual, truly did not mean to betray. He made no choice in this, and he truly means the best side of the philosophy that he espouses. But I also saw through my own eyes that Destiny has the capacity, the ability to take control not just of his eyes, but of his body.
Yeah, it's sort of like Mock. We've seen it Destiny in action before. It's kind of concerning, but we just got to figure out a way to deal with something that knows and sees everything.
I didn't know that it took Mock, too. I thought that Brother Briar's circumstances might have been special due to the connection that Destiny has clearly fostered with him.
I think he might be more special, or maybe... his eyes look a lot like those bindstones.
Yes, I noticed that
But
as well.
I think with regular people, I'm not very good with my numbers, but they did say that he's in over more than half the human, and maybe the whole population. So I would say a lot of our crew members may or may not be cursed with destiny.
I believe that is the case. This is an interesting situation, and one that I am here to assist with to ensure that this planet does not fall to Destiny's influence.
It's
Hello.
not mean. In truth,
Oh,
No, please join us. It is your planet, and this is your temple.
yes.
Thank you for allowing us.
Was going to say, Captain, you post your guards in front of our temple.
oh no, not you in front of the temple, just this room.
This room, inner sanctum of temple.
Oh,
Yeah, I think I mentioned this to you earlier at the barbecue that we need to keep a watch on it so no, I think Eddie mentioned it, right? That
Yes, understand reasoning. Politically touchy.
maybe you could have some of your temple men watch with my guardsmen.
I will.
it would be very advisable, I think, in fact, Captain, to do exactly that. I think, and too, I agree. That would be best if your people guarded this room.
Sally, One Eye,
Yes.
we're gone. Forever grateful you save our home, our people. Must ask permission to post guards at temple.
That's fair. In fairness, though, crew, this was a very quickly moving situation.
Not angry.
Mm-hmm.
Simply telling you. Must ask permission.
Yeah, I talked to one of your guys at the barbecue about it. Did he not get you the message? He seemed a little tipsy at the time.
Do you mean?
It sounded more like, but yeah, maybe. He was the one with the really blue plumage, had the red feather tips.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He threw up on me and
Yeah.
fell asleep.
Yeah.
Anyway, your idea, good. I post my guards. Your guards go back to ship.
The only thing is, we don't know if.
Understand some controlled,
Yeah.
but your guards may be controlled like mine.
Think
There are many here, many Quircon, who do not understand.
these were my like I would know my original crew, right? Were
Yes.
clear for the most part. I'm like,
Yes, because Ann and Beck
Beck
cleared
said,
them all except
yeah.
Mock.
I'm like, I know these are part of my original crew, and they were cleared by the god Lorien, so I know they don't have any of Destiny's curse on them.
Gods can tell.
Some gods can tell. He had an ability, a musical ability, to be able to tell, and I can't say that my new crew brought on board. They may or may not be infected, but I know my original crew are fine, except for Mock.
I will make agreement. Add my guards to your guards for now. But I have to speak with someone.
That is fine. And is it okay if teacher spends a night? I believe as she studies your sanctum, she'll be able to explain more of its mysteries to you and your priests.
Teacher may stay, but your guards may not prevent Quircon from entering.
I would expect your QueerCon to do that. My guards are here for any other humans or...
Giants don't fit.
Well, yeah, I think that would be kind of difficult.
Not human.
May-
Yes, that is perhaps only QueerCon. Your guards could be posted outside the temple to stop far outside the temple to stop any QueerCon, anyone who is not QueerCon from entering the temple. And the QueerCon guards can be posted down here to stop any QueerCon from coming into this room.
Most Quircon not come in this room, but High
Yes.
Priest must have access.
That
They will
sounds
not be stopped.
that sounds reasonable.
That is reasonable, yes. This room is connected to me. It is.
And I assume any QueerCon priest probably would have activated it if they could have, maybe, possibly.
Yes.
So, going on the assumption that maybe the high priests are okay.
Let us proceed with this plan.
And I'm like,
I send guards now.
yes. And I whisper to teacher, first thing, please check if we could lock down this doorway or portal.
I will settle again against the wall into my meditation pose and
I leave you like a haunch of venison and a flask. And then I'm like, by the way, crew, did you like the barbecue? Did you like the deer? And then I just sort of sling my arm around his wing shoulder and...
I not eat deer. Meat not good for bird people.
Really? Huh.
We eat fruit, vegetable. Like land birds eat seeds.
Well, I guess it really is true. You grow your vegetables.
Well, yes, I must find my priest. He flies away.
I was like, wait, my ride!
it's only in times of war.
You'll have to find someone else. It's not hard through hand signs to ask someone to take you to the Wayfarer. In fact, I would say by now the crew may have rigged up a rope ladder.
That might get easier.
Yeah.
Roll a physical save.
Eddie Bones and Corinthian Briar. In the morning, you awaken. Corinthian, you find a cat. What color? No, never mind. Doesn't matter. Forgot.
Oh,
Can't
I
see.
want to know what color. Oh,
It's
I
black
asked
with
him already.
white patches.
Okay, but he doesn't know.
How
We
did you
know.
get here, little one?
He's climbed up the door. He had to open the thing by himself. It was great.
He starts pawing on your face.
baking biscuits.
Oh, that's fair enough. Can only to you too. Do you have a name?
Yeah, it's Eddie Bones, man. He turns into animals.
Guards.
The guards outside.
Wait, are they actually say that?
Absolutely, yes. They know who it was.
Oh, God. I thought it was Steve telling back. I was like, I know that.
It's the guards.
But, Eddie? What the hell are you doing here? Throw you off of me.
Eddie talks while still in the cat form, and he says, "Just making sure you were okay."
Are you telling me that you concern into animals as well?
Yes.
That's ridiculous. Sorry, I've never like heard of such things before. That's really incredible.
I thought this would make you more calm instead of my usual form.
Well, you got me laughing, that's for sure.
By the way,
You climbed all the way up to get in here.
Yeah.
For what reason?
just wanted to make sure you're all right.
Alright, I thought you just wanted to cuddle me.
No.
Not that I'm opposed.
How you feeling?
Right now, absolutely ridiculous.
But you're not still hurt, are you?
But, I mean, I feel as healthy as Silver Whistle, but yeah.
If you want, I can heal you any more than you can.
I think that's not.
Can you are you able to see paintings, brother?
See paintings?
Yeah, paintings.
No.
Like if you were to put your hand on the painting, could you make it out in time?
I feel like an artist would be opposed to me touching the painting.
What if it was like a cave painting?
You mean the
Like
indentations of
yeah,
things?
like something like if someone drew a man on a wall, like
Yeah.
carpet, would you be able to make it out?
Through description of what it is, or if there's someone around, I can make my own image within my own mind. I do have an imagination. I'm not an idiot, if that's what
No,
your
no,
line of questioning is.
I didn't say you were. And then Eddie starts drawing something on the floor
Eddie,
With your claw?
with my claws. Yeah.
Okay, he's scratching the floor.
Yeah.
Eddie, here's the thing. You come here for an obvious reason. Just say what you want. Don't have me dancing this weird dance just in order for you to give me some philosophical conundrum to whatever thing that you have going on.
How long do you think it takes to draw that picture?
It's kind of a crude picture. It's
Okay.
basically a stick figure of a man, and then a stick figure of a cat holding two eyes, and then him putting the eyes to the side, and then touching the man without the eyes, and then the man goes, "I can see."
That takes a long ass time to draw. That's a comic strip with multiple frames.
Well, it's crude. It's not like a whole man. It's like
It may be
stick figure.
crude, but it's
Actually,
still
yeah, to
multiple
that point.
pictures.
I don't touch it. This is really taking a long time. Are you telling me that you can do art? That's incredible.
A cat that can do art.
Bravo. Like, are you trying to sell this off or something? Or
Well, I'm trying to make this easier to tell you, brother.
what's easier to tell me is using your voice, which you have as a cat.
All right, just please make sure you won't get mad at me.
I'm getting more and more annoyed as time goes on.
And he makes a face with a cat, even though he knows you can't see it. and he says, "Brother, I'm afraid that you might be in the same spot as my friend. I know you know that he got stuck into a stone.
Which one? Sarius?
Annan.
Oh,
Keep it. Okay, mixed up. Yes.
all right.
And when you showed me your eyes yesterday, they reminded me of those stones. So I know before, when I tried to help you, it was something I should not have done, and I still apologize for it. But now I fear that if I don't help you very quickly, the same fate might happen to you. So I'm just telling you,
Why were these stones
why would the stones what?
created?
Oh, I'm not sure. I think this is a very I'm not too sure, but I think our fox friend was with these other gods that made stones that could suck in gods and trap them.
Right. I am not a god.
Yeah, but who knows what could happen tomorrow?
Neither is Asarius, and his stone was red.
Yeah.
Except his was created for him.
Yeah, but neither of you actually have that information.
Okay.
That's true.
Okay, but that being said, brother, I'm just worried. I'm just saying, maybe it might be better if we took care of this now than wait.
Taking care of this now means that our advantage to seeing who and who cannot hear, well, the red moon will, well, our advantage not be there. Have you weighed those outcomes? I thought you and Sally were going to be discussing the fate of my personage. Is this it? You turning into a cat and coming in here? Is this what you two discussed?
I was hoping it would soften the blow.
That is not an answer to my question. Was that the answer to the conversation that you two
No,
had?
this is more between a conversation between you and me.
All right.
If you want to stay with your eyes, go ahead. I'm just saying, I have an option for you.
You already know the option. Is this you saying my penance is the removal of these things in my eyes, thereby losing the very thing that gives us the advantage over the red moon, or is
So that's your path.
you put me in this brig for a reason, and it's so you and Sally can have that conversation while I'm here meditating on the vision of how this whole entire plan will come to fruition. At least that was my understanding of it. If I was wrong, then I'm sorry. I am waiting on your decision. My decision is irrelevant at this point. It is solely on what you and your friend, Admiral Sally One-Eye, decide on. If my penance is the removal of my eyes or even the removal of my head, then so be it. I've caused a lot of harm to a lot of people, and I've come to that.
Well, you don't have to go that far. I'm definitely not here for that. I'm trying to be here as a friend.
I appreciate that. And I appreciate you at least asking me. To be honest, I'm frightened by the idea of anything being removed from my body.
Well, yeah.
It was painful from what I could recall in the seconds before I blacked out, feeling my eyes being replaced by these things. And I would imagine it will be painful the other way around.
Well,
pain is pain. I do not want that.
Well, if it did come to the head where I would have to do it, I would try to make it as painless as possible. But again, I just wanted to talk to you about it.
I appreciate that.
But I guess I'll be going now. Let me know what your visions say.
Thank you. Hopefully I'll be finished before the time that you and Sally... Where's my laptop? It's already closed. Ignore that bit of meta. I hope that the vision will be resolved by the time you and Sally finish with the conversation.
Oh, by the way, before Eddie leaves, he looks back and he asks, "You did say that your last vision was wrong, right?"
It was changed.
It was changed. Could that also mean that my fate with Grace could also be changed?
Lied about that. You a liar.
Friend.
Gods, you did not know that. Shut the fuck up.
Why did you lie to us bones about it? That's the good angel, bad angel on your shoulder.
Eddie, I was wrong.
You were what?
I was wrong.
The vision was wrong?
Eddie in character cracking his knuckles.
It's got nothing.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that I have never been wrong in telling a vision. And so to have my suspicion of what I thought was right be wrong, it just did not compute. I didn't understand how to measure that, and so I lied to you.
Was that you lying to me, or was that destiny?
That was me lying to you. I don't want to.
You can't see it, but Steve just gave us a point.
You can hear the clink.
Eddie, I don't want to tell you how to act, but you are being a fucking idiot. You have a woman.
Yeah.
You have a woman who loves you, who wants you, and you are going on these adventures, going further and further away from you. Yes, I understand what the vision showed.
What exactly did the vision show, brother?
You two together in the end.
And that's all I need. And Eddie leaves.
It's closed.
Oh. He knocks.
It opens a tiny bit. Can I help you, sir?
Eddie goes,
Yeah! Get the fuck out of the room,
and
man.
he just leaves.
I just sit on the cot for a little bit, thinking, and then proceed to do the ritual.
Okay.
Great scene.
It's now the next morning. You're still sleeping downstairs.
Yes.
Where did you go?
I went back to my quarters to sleep it off.
Okay.
I wake up, I'm like, gosh, I didn't even drink all that much. I don't know why I got such a headache.
Green Gertie's knocking at the door.
Green Gertie, please tell me you got some hair of the dog for me.
Hair of the dog.
I don't know what that means, Captain. There's a giant saying your name. He can't say anything else. He doesn't speak our language.
Is there a translator with him?
He's just saying.
Well, you know, when a giant calls, you better get going. Hey, any word from Teacher or Eddie Bones this morning?
I heard the crew talking about how Eddie turned into a cat and went and snuggled with Corinthian all night.
What? What?
Teacher hit on me and disappeared.
She hit on you.
Don't tell nobody.
Wow, I didn't think that your blandishments would actually work on her.
You know what?
You got greater skills than I thought.
Sometimes it's what you call a slow burn.
Is gossip allowed on the charter?
Yeah.
Wayfarer, and yes, she says to no.
So how close are you guys to, you know?
Well, I thought we were like 4 minutes, but then she disappeared all night.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. But, wow, good for you. And I just sort of...
I think good for me. We'll see.
I'm like, well, drinks on me.
All
Or
right.
you.
The word is, you drank a bit too much last night.
Yeah, you know, I didn't even think this alcohol was that strong. It's just been hitting weirder. Maybe it's the elevation. You know, sometimes I hear if you go up
had
into the
an
mountains.
entire jug of that flower wine, and I did not get drunk at all.
Damn it. Maybe someone spiked my drink.
Or
Or know either.
Anyway, Giant's outside asking for you.
All right, thanks, Ringgerty.
You go outside, and it is Stormhammer, the captain.
I yell up, "Hey, Captain!"
Actually, you yell down. He's on the ground.
Oh, hey, Captain!
Say one eye.
Good morning.
He holds up a talk stick. You have to come down and touch it.
I climb overboard onto the rope. No, actually, you know what? I jump down. I'm like, catch!
Oh.
Like,
Holds you to the talk stone.
like, wow, you got some big hands there.
Don't get any ideas, lady. Listen, I heard a rumor that Eddie Bones turns into a wolf.
Yeah, where'd you hear the rumor from?
Oh, you know how crews talk.
Yeah, he does. Once a month. Which, oh my gosh.
How did you get it so that he can still think and act and move around like a normal person?
Oh, you having some wolf problems?
Well, not so much us. But we really, I mean, it would really be helpful to know how to get someone, like, in control of themselves like that.
You would have to ask Eddie. Eddie's kind of special.
Eddie's kind of special.
Yeah, my parents were also cursed, actually experimented on by the orcs, and they have not been able to gain control of their senses either. They are very aggressive.
What happened to them?
They got turned into wolves as well.
Dead?
They did. They're not dead, no. They're being kept watch on by our family god.
Well, we do have, back at Ignos, a human that is like this.
Oh, shit.
We have been keeping him because we fear that the smaller races will not be powerful enough to contain him. He is never lucid.
His name?
He is never lucid. But he's going to turn to one of his guys, speak in giant for a moment, turn back and say, "My mate believes the Wolfman's name is Sal."
It's like, I think I might know your wolf man.
You know him.
Yeah, he might be my father.
Dun, dun, dun.
What are the odds?
Who would have thunk it?
Gang, we'll be back in November.
All right.
Dang it.
One more thing, though. Do you ever go back to your room?
Well, first, when I wake up after...
I know it's such a good stinger. I forgot we weren't done.
Sorry, that's okay. I'll try to give you some stuff here. So I am going to wake up. My augmented cognition is gone, but I'm going to come back to this data pad, and I'm going to use query data instead.
Okay, what are you trying to find
I
out?
can commit processing as a main action and ask one question. I get a reply as if I had virtually unlimited time. So
Oh.
let's see. So let me think. The first question, I should have had this ready to go. I thought we were wrapping up. The first question is to Sally's question. I want to get a list of every portal location that is programmed into this
Ooh.
spaceport.
As of now, there are 7.
Ooh. 7. So
7 portal locations. 4 are on the moons, and 3 others are on the planet. Except for the one on Daro, they're all deactivated.
Okay, so there are three portals to other spots on this planet.
Yes. And
But-
just basically video game rules. You have to get there to unlock the fast
Yeah.
travel.
And do I have the locations of where they are, or just since they exist? On
I'll
this
show you.
planet? Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god, you know, hold on, before you do that. My theory with what Steve is going to do next is, as you know how he's been zooming out for this whole entire planet, he's going to zoom out again. It's going to be the whole entire galaxy.
Why the fuck you gotta say that, man? It's such a moment.
Sorry, that's my theory.
Oh, man.
I think you preempted him.
And then next year he's gonna show the galaxy. He's gonna zoom out, and it's just his head.
One here?
When the players act smart.
Okay, one in Paxstone.
Yes.
Paxstone. Okay.
Which you know, but it's by a different name here, but you can see sort of the world map and understand that is a gnome country.
Yeah, I made a point of memorizing the local maps, so I can
And
match,
there's one here.
overlay that in my
Sogthor.
head. Sogthor.
And there's one here at Vrail. And those are the three that are on the planet. And this-
Wait.
So
Wait,
here's
what?
Quirk where you are.
There's one
One
there.
at Vrail, Sogthor, and Paxstone.
So
That's awesome.
so there's 4 total.
There's 4 counting the one you're at.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 others. Paxstone, Sogthor, Quirk, Vrail.
Okay.
You're at Quirk.
Okay. Nice. We gotta unlock the quick travels.
But you can't take your ship through
That's right. We can,
them.
That's true, but still.
then we'd be able to quickly send messengers. We'd be
Yeah.
able
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
move ourselves.
Now, of those 3, the only one that you know you have met representatives of is Paxstone. That's the gnomes.
The gnomes, yeah.
And the gnomes you have met aren't even Paxstone gnomes. They're from across the sea to the north.
Okay. All right. Very good. And then let's see, I think that may be it for right now.
The lock.
I guess.
Oh no, the lock.
Oh, of course. Yes,
Lock,
thank
yeah.
you. I would like to. And you know what? This is important. I'll go ahead and use query data if I can again. So commit another point of processing to understand how to lock everybody out of this database except myself, or out of this.
Ooh.
Not the database, but everybody out of the
Network?
this console except for me.
Easy. Done.
All right.
Nice.
I proceed to do so, and I would actually like to wait for the high priests to get down here.
You don't have any information that they're being sent. Just that they have to retain access to the room, not
Okay.
that they're like on their way here right now.
All right. Well, then I will go upstairs, and I think I'm done here. So sorry to end on kind of a
No, that's good. That's good.
That's good.
not a terrifically exciting note, but
No, that is exciting that we actually know where they are now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes. So I go upstairs with the names of 4 moons and 3 locations.
All right. Where are you gonna go?
Sick.
I will go and find Sally with that information, unless I happen to walk past.
You will
or
pass him first.
I will let him know that I think the room is safe now. If there is something wrong, will you please send, if you're a high priest, if I have made any changes that are, or if there is something wrong, will you have your high priests find me, please? I believe all should be in order now.
Yes. Machine never turn on before.
Okay.
Yes.
What did you change?
I am a machine. And I'll walk away.
All right.
I am the
Let him process that.
Just because it's going to be a full month before we're back, what is it you wanted to say to Sally?
Oh, just to report in and share what I've seen.
Okay.
I do want to ask teacher one more question though. After she tells me, I'm like,
Yeah, go ahead.
so you could basically, it's like a network from what you're explaining,
Yes.
and Destiny and his people are like a network.
Oh.
That's. I don't know if it is the same thing. It is the difference between a network of highways versus something that wishes to consume everything to make it one and of himself or
But
itself.
From Brother Briar's, I listened to one of his fellowship when he was recruitment talks, and he talked about unity,
Yes.
and he has those red bindstones in his eyes
Yes, he
that
does.
Destiny talks through to him. Could we use those stones in some way to, what's that word? Reinfect Destiny and maybe take control of his people?
I do not know. I hope that when Grave returns, he will have. Or sorry, Grieve, not Grave. When Grieve returns,
Yes.
he will have more knowledge and information of the Bindstones, having had the chance to study them as he frees Lorien.
Because they're all magical. Oh man, I wish Osarius was here.
Yes, sir.
Where have you decided to go next? Are we going to the temple? Are we going to retrieve
The giants.
to get the dragon treasure?
And my father.
Splash. What are you guys gonna do?
Sorry, your father? And
And that's when Eddie comes in as a cat and jumps on Sally. And it's like, we gotta go see your father.
And then everyone jumps in the air and freezes. Guys,
While I'm in the break.
next week on Friday there is no stream here. I'm gonna be off on a film shoot. On Monday we are streaming. No, I'm sorry. On Monday we're not streaming because it's Sarah's birthday.
Happy birthday!
So
birthday.
all next week no stream.
Dang.
I'll see what I can do to entertain you
Come
guys.
come
with
see
YouTube
me on
shorts.
my stream. I'll play a solo game.
Yeah,
There
see
you
Alan
go.
on his stream.
go hang out with
Matt
Alan.
has a stream. So yeah, check those out.
Join the Discord to find out where.
Yeah, join the Discord.
Yeah, it's a great time to finish the Cyberpunk series. Get caught up.
Absolutely, yes. I've seen Misery leaving
We have
comments
2 Cyberpunk
Thanks.
series.
through all the Cyberpunk. Yeah, we
Double.
also have the Midlight City one. Yeah.
Yes.
Watch the Archonia No More. That one's really good.
I'm actually allergic to cats.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right, you're in the wrong room right now. Yeah, so when we come back in November, the first 2 weeks will be 100 Years Black, which is set in Archonia, but in a different time period.
With Mork Ward.
And as we played in Merkborg, a different system.
Very fun.
And as we learned the first time we played it, this is the time period when Destiny was first gaining sentience. That was basically the point of the first session. No spoilers. And then, so we'll have 2 sessions of that, then 2 sessions of Shadow Dark for the Halloween special. November 1st, we'll be off for me and Sarah's anniversary, and then we're finally going to be back to this game for episode 43.
Follow the Discord.
Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, I see Misery in the chat. No, it's not a month without streaming. It's just different streams. But we are having 2 weeks without streaming this week and November 1st. So, thank you, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.